2002, Microsoft purchased Rare from Nintendo, causing the premature end of many of their projects. Among them was Donkey Kong Racing for the GameCube, which despite being cancelled amidst Rare's new venture, in a sense, lived on as a new Rare project for the Xbox. About a year on from the developer's acquisition, Microsoft curiously registered a trademark for a new property called Sabreman Stampede. This event, combined with the developer announcing a new nameless racing title, led to speculation that Donkey Kong Racing was being made into a new racer, starring Rare-owned character Sabreman. These rumours were fueled further when in March 2004, Rare's PR answered a fan question on their blog that asked whether or not Donkey Kong Racing was still alive. Their response was as follows. Well, yes and no. It's not called Donkey Kong Racing anymore, it's not for the GameCube anymore, and by this point I'd imagine so little of the original art and code remains that it's barely even the same game anymore. But yes, it's still coming out, in some form. Wait and see, if you haven't already picked up on the new title that's been unofficially floating around the electrical interweb for months now. It took several more years for the next news development on the case of Sabreman Stampede to break, when finally, in 2008, footage was anonymously leaked to YouTube. The project's troubled development cycle had spanned an entire generation and then some. After starting out as a GameCube game in its early phases and being moved over to the original Xbox, the Sabreman team, as they were dubbed internally, were hard at work creating what began as a Sabreman racing game. In late 2004, Rare made the decision to port over not only their new Sabreman game, but also two other games in mid-development, Cameo and Perfect Dark Zero, from the Xbox to its upcoming successor, the 360. Unfortunately, the Cameo team had insufficient resources for the task, so members of the Sabreman team were transferred to assist them. This meant, however, that Stampede had to be put on hold, despite the process of porting it and reworking it for the new system having already begun. Having started off as a racer of some kind, the game had evolved over the course of its lengthy development into a full-fledged adventure title, wherein players could explore vast, open environments. Little of Donkey Kong Racing's premise remained, outside of the retained ability to mount various animals. As Rare shifted between other projects, the creation of Sabreman Stampede was never concluded, and due to an apparent lack of focus on design, it was eventually cancelled.